My name is Debra Green and I'm from Australia. I was here 18 months ago now, and I had my brow reshaped, and that included obviously my eye sockets, which has made a big difference to how it's opened up my eyes. And I had the back of my jaw slightly removed, shaved off. I had my chin brought forward and I had my trachea shaved. I'm actually here on a holiday. When I was here for my facial experience, that became such a moving experience for me that I needed to come back in when I was fit and well and visit Marbella again. I actually went along to see Facialteam with a friend of mine who asked me to go with her because she was having a consultation. And as it turns out, Dr. Simon asked me if I'd like an appraisal while I was there, and even though I didn't go along for that, I did have an appraisal. And because I've been so happy to see what he was actually showing in way of a description of all the different procedures. And then he asked me if I'd like a quote, which I agreed to, and I said yes, well, send me a quote and I'll consider it. And then upon receiving my quote, I felt that it was well within my budget, and I thought it was quite reasonable for what they were going to do. So I contacted them, and so the procedure went further. I was very apprehensive when I first came to Spain, not having actually been to hospital before, and I wondered really how it was all going to go, and I was quite worried about it. But I must say, when I actually had my consultation with the doctors, I was just so enthusiastic about the enthusiasm that they showed, and I just felt it was the right thing that I was doing then. One of my main reasons for doing it at the time was a lot of my friends would say to me that you don't really need it, and I think a lot of us can get away with looking passing well as women when we're in the general public, when we have our makeup and all our other things on. But for me it was something to do with my private time when I was home, and when I saw myself without all of those extra trappings, and I just was uncomfortable then how I looked as a male, and I just really needed to improve my appearance, and I just needed to look more female. And once I decided that I was transitioning and I needed to move along that path, I just had to then do everything I could to make my life as comfortable as possible in that role. I think my greatest fear was actually if something went wrong, and that was a bit scary for me. I mean, not every day you go along and someone starts operating on your face, which was, I think, reasonable at the time. I did go and see my GP before, and he actually gave me some confidence, because at the time he told me, oh, it's only bones, which I was a bit surprised at. And as it turned out, it was only just bones. So I was really surprised that within a day of my surgery, I was up and walking around in my room, and I couldn't believe how quick the recovery was. Now I look back on myself and my images, and I can see obviously the surgery has now really taken effect. The recovery, I think, is probably 100% now, and I can see myself now much more feminine than I was before. One sentence, I'd say wonderful Marbella, because it is where Facialteam is situated, and the rest of the team that support all of that activity. So yeah, I can't thank them enough. It looks to me like it's a joining of two shapes that create a heart. So it's somehow a joining of two separate spheres of your life, and you're creating a heart, which is love and respect.